they'll never listen to the albums in the same way quite again. I certainly don't. I think about the film when I hear her music now and some of the scenes I've
I hope that's for the better.
Yeah.
You know? Just like, not people setting my CDs on fire. I wanted to study film, and I was gonna become a film student. So I started filming, thinking, you know, I wanted to learn how to make a documentary. And then fast forward 25 years, my mates made one, and I still haven't. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. I wasn't really thinking that footage was gonna be in the documentary. I was just sort of practicing.
So there's a lot of archival of stuff that's shot by M.I.A, or she's turning the camera on herself and doing like direct video diary stuff. And then from about 2012 onwards, I was actively filming stuff with the idea of making an M.I.A documentary. So it kind of kicks into me being behind the camera. But yeah, we went to film school together, so we've known each other for about 22 years now or something. So
20.
I knew the tapes that M.I.A had. I'd seen her and what she'd filmed, and I was aware of some of the older footage. So I knew there was a film to be had, and we discussed it, and it was just a tremendous trust thing.
I gave Steve all the tapes because I guess I didn't really think a lot about it. I just gave him everything I had. And what he cut out of it is something that is not what I wanted. You know, it's like way personal, so, you know, it's like really about the things that he found, which I actually probably don't really, like, he's had access to the tapes and he's digitized it and watched them over the last 7 years, and I've never watched it since it's been shot, so I don't actually know what's on the tapes. Sometimes when I think back to once I became a musician and I was doing interviews, and I'd make I don't know, it was sort of about going forward, and there was a lot of stuff that I would say very quickly, like, oh, I came from this thing, and okay, I lived in a council flat, you know, but I wasn't, because when I first started, people were like, is she urban, is she grime, is she, you know, a rapper, does she fit in the hood, does she fit in the indie world? And I didn't have a genre, and I was sort of this confusing person all the way through the career of making, you know, whatever M.I.A became, you know. I guess these tapes, they just sort of kind of validate some of those things that I said in passing that people didn't really believe. All of these things added to my evolution as an artist, you know, because people kept constantly debating my authenticity and where I come from. When I dove more into finding more out about that, and her dad's story, her mum's story, what the whole family had been through, that was a real revelation to me, and gave a different sort of perspective on some of her work that I thought I knew inside out and backwards, and there'd be imagery in there that I'd realised where it had come from, and life experiences that I was like, oh, I see, that happened, and that's what that lyric is about, or that thing. And it was amazing how well I thought I knew her, and then there'd be these little things. But also, when you see the whole story just joined up together, there's just an amazing kind of revelation, this sense of consistency, because I think sometimes M.I.A is kind of associated with chaos and like instant kind of controversy and that kind of thing. And actually, the work is so thematically consistent all the way through that I was really pleased to be able to link everything up and present it in a movie. And when you see the whole story joined together, I think everybody will have a different take.